So I'm shocked. I know you are. Let's talk about it. So we're getting a lot of screen time of Jacqueline this episode, and I'm not quite sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. It's kind of weird to me, and I don't know if this, you know what, it did happen with the Bachelorette. Like, random dudes just started getting a lot of camera time, and I think this is what happened. This is what's happening with Jacqueline, because Ari is really interested in her, but we just never got to see their journey, I guess because Krystal was so cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and good TV. They focus more on her and less on his relationship forming with Jacqueline. That's my only guess, because she's getting a lot of screen time, and I'm just like, who is this girl? Like, the most I know about Jacqueline was from this episode and from her headshot and that little bio that they have of her on the website. It's just, I don't know if it's just terrible Bachelor or Bachelorette editing, but I think this happens far too often concerning this franchise. I think that they make storylines of relationships, but they start way too late in the season, especially with women that he's interested in. I would probably be more interested in Jacqueline if I had followed their journey. To me, she's like, she's coming out of nowhere, so I'm not that invested, which is just odd. Then we find out that Ari is going to go on a 2-on-1 date, and I'm just like, a 2-on-1 date? Dude, you're getting down to the wire. You can't start jam-packing dates now because you're moving too slow. Like, a 2-on-1? How are you really going to get to know these girls, and how are you, unless he already has an idea of who these women are, then maybe it makes sense. But I'm like, a 2-on-1? Now, Ari? Now you're doing a 2-on-1? And then Lauren gets another 1-on-1 date with Ari. She wasn't on my radar in the beginning, but he is obviously really feeling her, which again is just odd to me because I just didn't see their journey, but he is very interested in Lauren. And as you'll see throughout the episode, she's just not that into him, in my opinion. Also getting a lot of crazy Krystal, which is making me believe that she's either going to get cut or there's going to be some drama with her later in the episode, because we are getting a more amped up, nutso, kind of fake crazy to me now. Now I'm just starting to feel like she's a plant, because she's doing obviously ridiculous things, and I'm just like, Ari, I don't think he's an idiot. I think he's a slow dude, but not slow in mind. I just think that he's just like a turtle, you know what I mean? So at this point, I'm like, I think Krystal is the plant. Wow. 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 Lauren and Ari's date was so dry. When you make Ari look like the interesting one on the date, you are extra dry, ashy, like you are a freaking desert. She was so dry, and I just felt like, girl, why are you not trying? I just do not think that these women are into Ari, because how could they be, right? The Bachelor cast their ladies before The Bachelor is even announced. So it's like, I think that all of the ladies who signed up were probably signing up for the men from Rachel's season. And, you know, here they got Ari, so they stuck with it. But I just felt like there are more women, TT, who was putting in the work to at least make Ari believe that they're into him. But Lauren was doing nothing. And I was rather concerned. Ari is trying to pull out conversation from her. I really felt like Ari was trying his best on this date, and she was giving him nothing. So on Lauren's date with Ari, we get to find out a little bit more about Ari. We said that he had a girlfriend before, like a really serious girlfriend, and he was kind of way too involved in his career for her. And she became pregnant, and she told him that she lost the baby, don't ever contact him again, because I guess he was just too busy. But I'm gonna be real with you, Ari, that sounded like some ghetto mess to me. I'm just like, wait a minute. She told you, you didn't even see her. You didn't even, you know, I don't know. I just feel like something was foul there. Something was afoot. She could be telling the truth, but the way Ari told me that story, I was just like, I have heard this ghetto tale so many times. Since Ari is dropping his tea, Lauren decides to start dropping her tea. She tells Ari that she used to be engaged before, and I guess the guy, she didn't say abusive, but the way she was describing this man, it seemed like he was verbally or probably mentally abusive to her, because she was really struggling to like even talk about it. And then she was also talking about how she had like her parents' marriage or whatever just made her really afraid of relationships and getting close to people and very opening up. And I understand that, right? However, this is a competition, sis. You have to put in some work. But obviously, she doesn't have to put in a lot of work because Ari gave her the rose. And I didn't think he would because their date, I'm telling you, the editing, they want these dates to look amazing, right? What they were able to pull from this date lets me know it is a lot worse than what we were able to see. And the fact that she still got a rose, I was like, either he's into her or she got some messy past that is going to come up and be a great, season ending of this show. Maybe that's what it is, but I just did not understand how he gave her a rose. It was just really weird to me. I was like, what in this date made you want to give her a rose? Her broken family, the weird abusive fiance, like I don't know what it was, but she just wasn't given anything, in my opinion, where that was rose-worthy. Or she could be playing the game. I just thought about it. I was like, you know what? During this date, especially when they were sitting down to eat, she was revealing a lot of things to Ari, and she was giving off this very, broken, sweet girl who has been put through the ringer. And when she was going through the motions in this date, I started to think of TT and CN, and I was just like, ladies, you need to get on your game because Lauren is coming for your bachelorette spot. And this is why I think that, because when she was talking to her, she was giving us a story. You know what I mean? She was giving us a story that although she was boring on this date, the story is very interesting, and you will want to see somebody like that who has been through the ringer, especially when she thought she found love, when she didn't think that she could find it because her family is like broken. That is something we will all tune in to watch because we want to see somebody like that find happiness. And she even gave like the typical bachelorette like flashback kind of vocal cry, you know what I mean? When she was talking to Ari and he was just like, oh, well, you're opening up to me. And then he was like handing her the rose and she was just like, thanks. You're opening up to me as well. I was like, oh, you are playing the game, Lauren. I'm not hating, but I'm still voting for TT and CN. Bravo, Bachelor producers. You finally got a group date that we all want to be on because this Moulin Rouge group date with the regular ladies that Ari is into was so much fun compared to all the other group dates that he has taken these ladies on. I felt like a lot of their group dates were like Navy SEAL training, but like this Moulin Rouge like dance and trying on the costumes. It was so much fun. And this is what I was talking about, like really woo these ladies. Like this really seemed like a good time, except for the girls who can't dance. But I mean, dressing them up in these beautiful bedazzled outfits with all of these feathers, having them learn dance moves from the Moulin Rouge instructor and the actual dancers and like get notes from them. It was such a wonderful group date. This is what I was looking for. Thank you, Bachelor, for finally delivering. On this group date, the ladies had to perform like some routine of Moulin Rouge, and the one who performed it the best actually got to be able to perform with Ari during a Moulin Rouge show. And CN, who I thought was going to be the front winner since she's a dancer, I don't know what's going on with her. See, I like CN and I like TT. I wish CN had some of what TT possesses. TT is such a wonderful person to watch on camera. She's just fun. She's bright. You know what it is? As a woman watching this show, and a lot of the viewers, the majority of the viewers are women, that's the kind of girl you want to hang out. Like, you want to be her friend. She's fun and she's interesting to watch. And CN, I love her story. I love her background. I love the fact that she's a sister. But she's just not giving enough to me. That's why I'm kind of leaning towards TT. I just wish she could possess just a little bit, even an ounce of what TT has could improve her chances of being the Bachelorette, in my opinion. Anyway, she does not do as well, even though she's a dancer, trained. Baby Becca actually wins this challenge, and I totally agree. She had the best time. Maybe she didn't have the moves like CN, but she had the best time. She was so much fun. And when I was actually like, I got my mom addicted to the show now. She watches it with me. So when I was watching it with my mom, she just kept on saying he likes her because she's very youthful. And he's not. He's just like a boring, slow, older dude. And he likes the fact that she is just so youthful and happy and joyful. And that's what I like about baby Becca. That's also why I believe that she is just not ready for marriage. Because, and I'm not saying that there are people who are 22 who aren't ready for marriage. I just think baby Becca isn't. She's just having the time of her life. She's having a really great time making out with some wealthy older dude, you know, hanging out with her girlfriends, traveling the world. She's having fun. And I don't think that she is ready to be a wife and a mom in, you know, slow Arizona town where Ari is from. And I think that's what he wants to do. He doesn't strike me as the kind of guy who will go on Bachelor in Paradise, who will pursue a reality TV career after this. He just doesn't strike me as that. I think that I do believe him when he says he wants to find somebody. I don't know if it's necessarily a wife, but I do feel like he just wants to like chill and settle down at this stage of his life. And I don't see baby Becca doing that at all. She's having a great time. I mean, who wouldn't? Moulin Rouge? I want to do that. I put that on my Paris list because I'm going to, little tea about me. I'm actually going to witness the royal wedding. No, I was not invited, but I'm going to be there and stand Princess Meghan from the house of Krystal. Yes, I am. And speaking of baby Becca, one of you guys, see, because I can't keep up. I get so much tea in my Twitter and Instagram and then in the YouTube comments. And then some people message me sometimes about this show and about The Bachelor, about Bachelor Nation. And I got some tea that there are some rumors going around that Ari has, a little thing for college girls. And the way he's advancing with baby Becca already kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because I'm just like, I don't know. I just know, as somebody who's not 22, looking back when I thought that it was cute that a dude that was, you know, late 30s or 40s was trying to hit on me when I was so young. You get a little old and you're just like, oh, what was up with him? You know what I mean? So he is something about that is just very off to me. So this little tea that I got about him having a little thing for college girls, I was just like, it makes sense, and that's why it bothers me. So when I found out that Kendall and Krystal were on the same, you know, were on the 2-on-1 date, I immediately said to myself, Kendall, please hold your wig because Krystal is going to snatch it. And Krystal did exactly that. As soon as she got on this 2-on-1 date with him, she immediately like start being affectionate with him, which was weird to me. I'm like, because I just wasn't getting that he was still feeling her, even when he gave her the rose. I felt like it pained him to do that. So the fact that he accepted her affection and was kissing on her, whatever, I don't know, I was just like, I don't think this dude is who he's portraying himself to be. That's another story. Anyway, she starts kissing on him, and then she tells him that Kendall isn't ready for marriage and all of this stuff. And I honestly agree. I don't think that Kendall is ready for marriage. I don't think that Ari is the man for Kendall. I don't think that Kendall is the woman for Ari. Kendall needs the type of guy that will stand outside of Trader Joe's and petition for hemp seed farms. Like, that's what she needs to do. She needs to have a guy that will have that little, whatever, that placard or whatever, and just be harassing people when they're coming out of Trader Joe's like they do all the time in Studio City. I cannot stand it, but it stays open late, so that's the one that I go to. But I think that's the kind of guy that she needs. She needs a man that will backpack with her and, you know, won't wash for days and will use natural deodorant. And not saying that Kendall is dirty, I'm just saying that she is very granola crunchy, you know what I mean? Very earthy. Ari isn't earthy, you know what I mean? He's a laid back, you know, rich kid, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't get mean-spirited from Ari. I just get, he's just very chill guy, and I just don't get that from Kendall. I don't see them matching up in any sort of way. I do, however, think she's a much better pick than Krystal. And here is why I think that. Ari goes back to Kendall and tells her everything that Krystal said about her. First of all, I had no idea that Ari was Mr. Pettiboots. He tells her everything that Krystal said, word for word. Kendall doesn't get upset. She actually, when she's done with Ari, she says she doesn't want to talk about that, and she spends some time with Ari. When she's done with him, she sits down with Krystal, and she was so kind. She was so kind to her and real in a way that was inspiring. I was just like, I wish that I aspire to be able to speak to someone who is tearing me down with so much love and compassion and just understanding, as Kendall portrayed when she was speaking to Krystal. And Krystal, her nasty self didn't hear anything. She was like, yes, sure, really, yeah, well, you know, like she didn't hear anything. It just bounced right off of her. But I really, and guys, I hope you're with me. I fell in love with Kendall as the Bachelorette at that point. I'm sorry. I was just like, I would like to see her as the Bachelorette. She's not above TT. She's kind of above CN. But I saw something in her and I was just like, she's not going to get picked by ARI. They're not going to work. But I would love to see her journey. I would love to see the dates that she picks or approves. I would love to see the type of guys that she picks. I guarantee you they won't be these like pretty boys. There'll be a variety of guys because Kendall gives me that. And I would love to see her glammed up, but I would also like to see her in her element. And I feel like that is a diverse kind of, in the Bachelor Nation, that is a diverse Bachelorette. You know what I mean? Like to me, she's not like the other ones that came before. She's not but again, I don't remember a lot of them, but she's not, from what I know about the Bachelorette, she's not really that dainty little, I'm just looking for love. She is somebody who is not the norm. And I wouldn't mind seeing her as the Bachelorette. Like at that moment, I was just like, okay, are you playing the game too, Kendall? Because I'm here for it. I am here for Kendall as the Bachelorette. If TT doesn't get it and if CN bombs her audition, then Kendall. But I don't know, CN kind of dropped for me this episode. She was so dry. ARI is so confused. He can't decide who to keep. I'm like, dude, really? You can't decide? So he has to sleep on it. The next day, Kendall and Krystal are speaking again, and Krystal was just like, there were a lot of things that I wanted to say that I didn't say, and I want to say them now. And she just tries to say all this mess to Kendall. And the one thing I want to talk about is that she said to Kendall that they're very similar, and Kendall was like, yeah, we have similar beliefs, but we just we act on them differently. And I was just like, okay, Kendall with the shade. I liked it because it was very subtle, but she got to the point. So I was just like, okay, Bachelorette, I see what you're doing. Anyway, ARI finally decides who he wants to keep, and that kind of pissed me off. I'm just like, dude, don't drag this out. Krystal is not a better pick than Kendall. Like, come on, you mean to tell me he wasn't sitting there watching Kendall give grace and show, compassion to Krystal? And not be like, okay, this is the one that I need to keep. Why do you have to wait till the next day? Anyway, he sends Krystal packing. I would like to talk about how Krystal's exit was so lackluster. I expected more. I thought we were going to get like, her flipping tables, pimp slapping ARI, crying, having a full-on breakdown. She took getting cut so well. And I just did not expect that. I thought we were going to get more. And I was actually kind of disappointed in her exit. You know what I mean? You can't build her up to be crazy Krystal, then cut her. And it's just like, okay, all right, bye. I was hoping I could find love. I was like, that's it? Like, can she dog him? Can she talk about his head? Can she talk about his penis? Because I feel like they have sex. Something. At least say something shady about ARI when you're leaving. Like, I didn't want to be with a dude from Arizona anyway. Something. She just didn't give anything. And I was just like, I felt like on the producer's part, that was such a letdown. Because I was even on Twitter. A lot of us were just like, oh, that was it? That's it? Like, we wanted more from this character that you built up the entire season. Next, we get ARI and Jacqueline's date, and it bothered me. Can I just be real? Like, it really bothered me because, first we got to talk about how his car broke down. But I thought it was actually cute because I felt like it showed Jacqueline, him taking charge. And I don't care how much of a alpha female or strong feminist or whatever, like a woman who's like, I can do it on my own, an independent woman, whatever. We like to see a man take charge at times. You know what I mean? Like, we like to see the fact that, like, when the car was having issues, he didn't hesitate. He started to figure out how to, try to fix it. And that's what women like more than anything else. It's just like, you don't have to have the answers, but at least show an effort. Do something so that I'm not doing everything and you're just sitting there stuck on stupid. You know what I mean? So I thought that that was very cute. But when we got to the shopping spree, it wasn't to me like the same shopping spree that Becca K got, because I felt like he was showering Becca K. But with Jacqueline, I felt like he was trying to change her, like make her hotter or put her in some kind of outfit that he desired. That's what it gave me. And even Jacqueline, she didn't mention it, but she did say, I feel like I'm some kind of experiment. And that's what I got. I got like it was like Pretty Woman, but it's instead of it being like a prostitute, it's like this educated chick that he's just like, I still want to be aroused by you, although you're smart and a really good catch. I want you to be hot in my eyes. That's what it felt like to me. I could be reading too deep into it, but I don't think I am. So don't write it in the comment section or you will get blocked. No, I'm not petty like that. I'll have a disagreement, but don't be nasty. Anyway, while they're dining, Jacqueline reveals to ARI that she is going to school to get a PhD, and her PhD will not be done for about 6 years. Girl, what? Why are you here? You know what? I'm going to go on a Bachelor. Or the Bachelor. I'm going to go on a Bachelor because obviously these women are having such a fun time. They have no interest in the Bachelor. They do not care. They want the trip, the food must be delicious, and the sisterhood. That's what I think it is. These girls are having multiple breakdowns about leaving this house, trying everything that they can do to stay in the house, but woo ARI. Because when she said 6 years, I was like, Jacqueline, girl, it don't make no sense for you to be on this show. Like, you have goals. Like, you have your life set up. So I don't know how you thought falling for a Bachelor would help forward that future, especially, and this is what I like about her, homegirl was set. Like, she was like, this is what I'm doing, so you have to be able to wait. And ARI is giving her the whole runaround, oh yeah, I'll wait. And I'm just like, ARI, there's no way. ARI wants a wife and a baby today. I think he wants a baby more than he wants a wife, but ARI wants to have kids. I think that maybe probably his mom or whatever is pushing, or maybe the brother got married and there's pressure. Whatever it is, he wants a family tonight, okay? And the fact that she wants him to wait 6 years, Jacqueline says, I like you, girl. I really, really do. But ARI's not going to wait until he's 42 to be a father. It's just not going to happen. Like, that's not what this man wants. But he still gives her the rose. And I'm thinking back to what Jacqueline said. I feel like she's a science experiment for him. I don't think that he's really interested in her. I think that she's a wise choice for the viewers with this facade that he's putting on, that he likes a strong, smart, independent woman. I don't believe that, but I think that he is crafting a show. Thank you very much. But now it's becoming very like teen movie, where it's like, let me make the nerdy girl hot or whatever, and the jock or the popular dude will go out. I don't know. It gave me that, and I did not enjoy it. So now we get to the rose ceremony. The WTF moment of the night for me was when Chelsea got cut. I knew Jenna was going home. Her and ARI just they didn't mesh. You know what I mean? But Chelsea, I didn't see it. I thought that, wasn't she she was one of my top picks. I didn't see it. I did not see her leaving. So when he had the final rose, and I was like, it's 3 girls left. What is going on? I still didn't think that Chelsea was going to go, but Chelsea went home. And I was just shocked by that. I felt like she was the most fit for him. Her or Becca K. Those were the two that I just felt like were the best fit for him. But I don't know. Like, I cannot read this Bachelor, guys. I don't know what's on his mind. I feel like he really wants baby Becca. But because of this facade that he is putting up, I don't think he's going to pick her. But I think he is keeping her around because he enjoys playing with her. Yeah, that shocked me. I was just not ready at all. I know you guys saw this moment, but did you notice the moment before when ARI told the ladies that remained that they were going to Tuscany? Everybody was so excited, except for Lauren. And then we get this scene where she's just like, I don't want to go to Tuscany. I know I should be excited, but I'm thinking I could have something with this guy. it didn't read real to me. There was something else there, and I'm telling y'all, I think that Lauren is playing the game. I also think that her abusive fiance, her ex-fiance, is the one we saw in that season trailer or whatever, the one we saw later in the season. I think she is the one who he's coming for. That's gonna be juicy, okay? I cannot wait for that. And of course, we get this amazing season, remainder of the season trailer, and I'm really excited about the rest of the season. I told you, I wasn't excited about ARI as the Bachelor, but because because I can't call him, he gives a good show. Like, it's very suspenseful. I don't know what's going to happen from moment to moment, and I felt like with Rachel, I knew exactly what she was going to do on her season. I could call it, and that was one of the reasons why it kind of bothered me, because I knew who she was going to pick. I was hoping it would come out differently, but I knew. With ARI, I have no idea. It's anybody's game at this point, because him sending home Chelsea was too much for me. My whole top 5 or whatever is messed up. I can't call it. I'm going to try to do my best, but I have no idea. You guys have an idea of who Ari's going to pick? Let me know in the comments section below. And if you thought that he was going to pick Chelsea in the end, or at least that she was going to make it a lot farther, please put it in the comment section below, because we need to discuss this, because I was not ready. Anyway, that's where it ends. Next week is going to be juicy. The rest of the season is going to be juicy, and I'm going to be there to review it. So if you like what you see here, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you for the following episode of The Bachelor. Love you guys. Bye.